actually the last day, day 25 of my Live Miss series that I've been doing here on IG, TikTok, and YouTube. So if you're new here, welcome in. I've been going live every day since December 1st up until today, teaching you a new craft project. So today we didn't really have much scheduled. Yesterday's live, we got messed up because Design Space was pausing. So I think I'm going to continue from yesterday's live to show you guys how to do the box with the print and cut. And then I'm also going to do the wine box. It's a label box for a wine bottle. So I think I'm going to do both today just so that we get the two all done and wrapped up and everything completed, right? So again, usually TikTok will be the one that's going to push my lives through to the For You page for people who have not seen me before, follow me before, stuff like that. So if you are coming in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If it's your first time in these lives, I do have different devices for each platform. So I'm going to flip you guys around. You're going to see the computer, and I'm going to show you how we design in Design Space. Then I'm going to flip it back, bring the desk. We're going to do our print and cut. We're going to do our cut. If we're scoring, we are, because we're using boxes today. And then we're going to assemble and do everything all together. So I'm just going to shut everything down that I'm using here. Let me just I'm going to open up Creative Fabrica just in case we end up going in there for some images. And we're going to use Cricut Design Space. Since we're going to do both projects, I'm going to use the Maker 4 and the Explore 4. Hello! I don't have my glasses today. So when I do sit down, I'm going to try to set up the desk where it's kind of close enough for me to see. I left my glasses by Joelle. Alright, so I know y'all just seen the top of my head. I'm just sitting down here. I'm going to lower you guys down because, one at a time. How to do. And then eventually I'm going to flip you. How to do. Bring y'all down too. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. So yesterday we left off in Cricut Design Space where I showed you the box. It was a file we found in Cricut Design Space. The wine box label that you can find on my place, the CraftPrint shop. I'm going to put it up there when I flip you guys over into Design Space, which I'm going to do now. Again, I'm on multiple platforms, so please, let me plug out the chargers. Bear with me because I need to flip you guys one at a time. So, YouTube, you guys are up first because y'all are the biggest. So I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to set you guys up. Y'all need to come a little bit lower. Maybe a little higher. It's going to be a little shaky until I get y'all where I need y'all to be. IG. Going to put you guys. I didn't flip y'all yet. We're going to, and I don't have the two on the same side because the phones were a little bit too close to each other. Right? And TikTok, let's flip you guys and let's get into flip camera. If the second project, no, because I'm uploading a file. You can only see files on the profile if you use everything from Design Space. So what I'll do, I'll save them separate so that the first box we can save there. Hold on, I gotta bring this close to me. All right, so we're gonna go into images in Cricut Design Space on the left side. Let me just turn and let's type in box and see what we get. We gotta find a whole new one because nothing saved from yesterday. I'm just going to scroll through the options that Cricut has. Again, if you've never used your Cricut, the software Cricut Design Space, they have already made projects there that you can actually just use if you don't want to design something yourself. We're going to just find a box. Today it looked like, I feel like yesterday those boxes that came up kind of early. We're scrolling a lot here. I don't want to spend too much time looking for something. I don't see any of the ones we saw yesterday. I'm not looking for a flat image either. I'm looking for one that is 3D that we can actually fold and create the box. Or did I type? I didn't think I typed in bag yesterday, right? The acetate, though that is not going to be in Design Space. We uploaded images, but the live is saved. Oh, this is the bag we chose yesterday. This one right here. And we're just going to do this one for now, right? Let me just check something. Okay. All right, so this is a file that we found in Cricut Design Space. If you are coming in and you miss any of the lives from December 1st, you can find all of them on YouTube. They're all saved on YouTube. So this is, let me see something. Including subscription. No, it won't let me. It just has me added in. I'm gonna save it. When we're done, I'm gonna go back into the design after I save it, just to, you know what, I can do that right now. So before we do anything, I'm just going to save the project. So on the top right, the save option is there. You're going to type in the name that you want it to be saved under. We're just going to type in purse 34, just some random shit. Save. When I go into my stuff, that's where you're going to see, once you click on your design, over here on the left side, the right side, sorry, the right side here, TikTok, I'm just going to turn y'all a little bit so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Right here, this is where you'll find like the details of what you used right here. So it's always saved. Usually they have the name. Today they don't got the damn name, y'all. Usually I can give you the ID number. Okay, here. So right here. If you want to look in Design Space for this image, this will be the ID you would look up. When you go to images, you'll type in hashtag M as in Mary 506-24730. So every shape image that you find in Cricut Design Space, there's an ID for you to find it, and that's the one here. Now this shape, it looks like this person right here is who actually put it into Cricut Design Space. So I just wanted to show you that. So we're going to go back to the canvas. Now this is just whatever color right now that you're going to use. That means whatever cardstock you have available will be what this will cut on. So you see it's orange right now. It's going to be whatever color you put on your mat. This color really doesn't matter because we're cutting on paper. Only if we decided to print and cut this will this color stay the same, and it will matter, right? So there are 3 different things that you can do. You have the option to keep it this color and just cut it. Then if you want, you can layer images and put it on top of it. So if you wanted to do a print and cut, you can do a cut. Yesterday, someone mentioned that this kind of looks like a Telfar bag. So I'm going to go into Google real quickly. Type in Telfar logo PNG. Now, Telfar is a brand. We're going to click on images. We don't own Telfar, so you cannot sell this. So if you make a cute little Telfar bag, you are not allowed to sell it. They can come and send a cease and desist or take your ass to court. You can make it for yourself. You can make it for someone, but you cannot sell it, right? Because we don't own the rights. Now, this is their logo. I'm going to right click and select download image. I'm going to go to upload in Cricut Design Space, which is on your bottom left. Right here's upload. I'm going to select upload image. It brings you here. I'm going to select browse. We're going to go to downloads. There goes the Telfar that we downloaded. Select open. Right here, you're going to select continue. Now right here is where you can edit this image, because right now this image has a white background. I'm going to select on the top right over here. It says preview single layer. I'm just going to select that option, and you see it shows you it's a square. Turn it back off. You can remove the background automatically in Design Space, but you have to be subscribed to Cricut Access, right? That's a monthly payment on Cricut Access. If you do not want to subscribe to Cricut Access and you want to do it for free, you have the option to select, which it means you could select a certain part of that image and remove it, or erase, which you'll be able to manually go in and erase. I'm going to show you quickly the differences. So we're going to hit select first. You can hit the area, the white areas. I'm selecting all of the ones on the inside. I'm going to show you what it looks like. That's the single layer preview. Remember, it was a square. I removed each part. We're going to go back. Now, if you do erase, right? This is manually going in and erasing like this, which is the hardest because, you know, your hand could be shaky. I'm going to go back. Now, those are your free options. Right now, I just select the automatic removal, and that remove the background. Again, that automatic removal, you have to be subscribed to Cricut Access to get it. I turn on that single layer just to make sure we just have the logo, and we do. We're going to click apply and continue. Then right here, so single layer means a cut file. Flat graphic mean this is a print and cut. And then right here, the first option, this is multiple layers. So this is a recent feature, which is in beta, which means like they're testing. It's not like official, but you can use it. And what this does is when you bring in an image, it's going to create a layered file for you. I will tell you that it sucks. When it brings in the layered file, it does not work very well. Something like this is one layer, it'll always do good. But honestly, nobody really uses this feature to create layers yet because it hasn't been perfected where it can actually turn an image into a multi-layered file. So for this one, we're selecting single layer because we will be cutting. I'm going to hit continue. Then right here, this is the option. If you look on the left side, right here, this is where you're going to name that image. The reason you're naming the image is because as time goes on and you keep uploading images into Cricut Design Space, you're going to have to keep searching for what you're looking for. So I've been using Cricut Design Space for 11 years. Could you imagine I needed an image from 10 years ago, how far back I would have to scroll? So name the image exactly what it is so that when you go to all of your uploads, all you have to do is type in the name and then it'll search for everything under that name. So that's what makes it easier. Then you have the tags option. You know what tags are, search terms. So just think of different things that you would name this. Let's say you forgot that you named it Telfar, but you remember something similar like bag or purse. So those are some of the tags that you can put. Underneath here, this is collections. So you can create collections every time you make a cake topper. So my collections are called banners, boxes, cake toppers, cupcake toppers, and packaging. Those are the main ones. So these are like things that I make often. So let's say you're selling and you make cake toppers and you get an order for the same cake topper often. Keep them there so it's easy to go to. We all know what collections are. It's basically folders where you organize your profile, your projects. When you're not paying for Cricut Access, you can only create 5. I don't know if they changed that. 5 collections. If you're paying for Cricut Access, I believe you can do an unlimited amount of collections. Okay? So this is where we're naming it. Then we come here, we're just gonna select upload. And what this does, it brings it onto our canvas. So we have it, right? So what I'm going to do, we're just gonna treat this purse right here like we're making a little mini Telfar bag, which means we don't need to change or design or flatten or anything. We're going to size the logo over the front of the bag here where it would go. And we're just gonna cut this on the same paper and stick it on there, right? I'm just randomly doing this because somebody brought it up yesterday and we thought, yep, it does kind of look like a little Telfar bag, so let's do it, right? I'm gonna go up to the top here where the color is and just select the same orange color so that Cricut will send these two to the same mat. So this is our box that we're just going to cut on cardstock, and then the matching logo on the same cardstock. It seems when you save an image we create but saved in Cricut, then Cricut shows to all and sells it. Cricut does not sell what you upload, no. The stuff that they have available, people have worked with Cricut and provided images, and they have a team who does that. The stuff that you upload, people can't buy. If I upload something, you can't even see it. So if I create a project and I try to put it as public for you guys to access that project, you won't even be able to access it if I uploaded something. I can only share projects where I used everything in Cricut Design Space. When you see all of those images that you've seen up there, they have people that have there. You've seen your images for sale. Maybe someone worked with Cricut and put it up there, but none of my things are ever public to anyone, much less for sale. I'm not sure. If you see something that you created for sale, you should contact them because you own it. If it's something that you created with themes that like characters or something that somebody else made, then you don't really have rights to it. But if it's something you created and they're selling it without your permission, you contact them. Just like we can't sell somebody's stuff, they can't sell yours without your permission. Okay, so this is what we're going to do for this purse right here. I'm going to go over to the layers panel just to double check, because if you see this purse, you see our score lines, right? They're straight lines. So I'm going to go over to the right, all the way to the right to the layers panel. I'm just going to turn everybody that way. So this one is the one we're hitting. I'm going to select the arrow. It's going to drop down, hit it again, all of our layers panel. Now right here, that look like an extra box that they have here, some extra pieces. Right here, those are going to be our score lines. Right now, we have everything is on print and cut. So we want to make sure that we set them to what they really are. I'm going to just move this above. So right now, this is on cut. This came in flattened. So you see, you're going to select the layer right here. You can see the little bit of orange. I'm not pulling the computer forward. The last time we did it, it plugged out and we got shut down. What I'm going to do later on, maybe next month, I'll create a separate YouTube video going in. But if you go to my YouTube, I have many videos that can explain all of this to you anyway, right? So on this panel, we're going to go right here where it says print and cut at the top, right next to the color. We're just going to switch it to basic cut. So we're making sure when it goes to our machine, it is cutting. Now right here, I don't know what this is. Let me do a duplicate so I could just see what it looks like. It's just two yellow lines. Okay, you know what? Those definitely need to be a cut. I'm gonna go back. I just wanted to make sure what that was. So we're gonna change this to a basic cut as well. And then right here, these are all of those lines that need to be scored, because that's going to tell us where we need to fold. So we're going to go up here and we're going to select score. Now, depending on the machine you're using, you will have to use the scoring stylus with the Explorer. When you're using the Maker, you have the choice to use the Explorer. When you're using the Maker, you have the choice to use the scoring stylus or the scoring wheel. The difference is the scoring wheel kind of does a deeper score line, but Victoria from Pretty Party and Crafty, she showed us if you want that deeper score line and you don't have a Maker, what you would do, you would duplicate these score lines and just attach it exactly in line with the original ones. So you select the layer for score, hit duplicate, line it up where the original lines are, right? I'm not going to do this for this because I think I'm using the scoring wheel. You know what? We'll do it anyway. You would highlight the entire thing, and then on the bottom right, you're going to select attach. Sorry, my throat gets too dry when I talk too damn much. So now when it comes to this bag, what I'm going to do is the letter E. We're just going to place it where we would put it. Highlight the entire purse and select group. Does anybody know why we're grouping the E instead of attaching or flattening or welding? I want to see who's been paying attention. Somebody give me an answer. Let me see if y'all know why we're grouping the E with the purse. Does anybody know? No class participation today? If you don't know, tell me you don't know. What's going on? Y'all drunk off the eggnog? Nobody participated? Basic cut? That's why? No? You don't know? We got one answer. We got a little bit of participation. We got one person on YouTube and one on TikTok. So the right side one is folded. There we go. So we have Sweet Queen 52. To move everything together. So that's the answer. When we're finished a design, right? Sometimes we want to resize it. So we want to make sure everything is where we need it to be. Group it together so that when we change the size, the portions are the same. So if we made this bag bigger before we moved that E and grouped it, then the E would look so much smaller on it. This is how we want it to look portion-wise, right? So right now, this is like 6.85 inches in width. So if I decided, oh, I want it bigger, and I stretch it out, you see the E is going to stay with the proper portions of the purse. So that's why you're going to group everything together when you're done and then size it. So whenever you're decorating, do not worry about sizing until you are done. You can group everything together and then size it the way that you want. So now that we have this bag, the size that you need to cut depends on the size cardstock you have available. Now, if you only have 8.5 by 11 cardstock, then you need to size this within your 8.5 by 11 cardstock. If you have 12 by 12, you can make it a little bit bigger. If you have the Venture and you have a 28 or 24 inch piece of cardstock, guess what? You can make a big bag. So with that being said, y'all want a big Telfar bag today? Maybe we make a big one and a little one. All right, so this design is done. We won't size until I decide what I want to do size-wise, right? What I'm going to do, remember we saved? We're going to save our changes so that we don't mess nothing up. Now, for this one, I want to show you guys when you want to put a design. So you have the option to add a pattern. I don't really upload patterns that often, so I don't have good ones, but I'm just going to use whatever's there. Or you can bring in a digital piece of cardstock, which is like pattern paper in digital form that you can upload. So when you upload it, you can upload it as an image or upload it as a pattern, right? So right here, first I'm going to show you, let me make sure I have a piece. I do. I think I have something. Let me see if I have a digital paper available. I do. I forgot I have a whole folder. What am I talking about? So I'm going to show you how you would upload it as an image and slice it, and the difference when you upload it as a pattern to fill in your project, okay? I just want to tell you guys, I thought today was going to be like a quick live. I won't hold y'all, but I think we're going to be here just a little while because I want to go through the differences and explain it to you guys, because today is the last live for me on my crafting account for the year. So we're going to end it with this. I'm taking a little break from crafting lives just for the week. I will be focusing on my lifestyle account. So But all of the lives that are saved, guys, they're saved on IG or YOUTUBE. So you're going to go on the far left. You're going to go to uploads right here. Again, upload image. I'm just going to turn you guys. Then you're going to select browse. Merry Christmas and hello to anyone coming in. You're going to select, go to your downloads, wherever you have your images. I'm going to go here. I have my digital paper here. Let's see, what theme do we want? I have, oh, this is good. I have some denim. So we'll try a denim. I'll show denim and another one. All right, so when you bring it in here, you see the image? You're going to just go to continue, and you're going to go through the same steps that I showed you guys before, right? And when you get to the end, you just select flat graphic. We're going to go to continue and upload. So what it's going to do is going to bring that denim onto the canvas, right? Now we're going to do this bag, and I'm going to show you how you would change it in. I'm going to arrange the bag to the front. You're going to make sure that your design is filled so that it's more than your box or purse or shape. Now, when you're doing these features, you can only do 2 layers at a time. Right now, we have these lines on here. Remember that we changed to score. We need to detach them if they are attached. They are. I'm going to go all the way to the end. At the bottom right, it has detach. So I'm just going to detach that because we want the denim and the yellow layer to be sliced together. So if you look here, this is the yellow layer. This is the denim layer. They're right next to each other on the, oh, sorry, IG. Y'all wasn't over here. Hold on. YouTube, y'all a little bit off. Let me just turn everybody to make sure y'all see before I continue talking. Right. So the yellow layer is right here. The denim layer is right here. They have to be next to each other. You can select one, hold shift, and you can select the yellow bag layer. Now, you see both of them are highlighted. Now you're going to select at the bottom, slice. So now it's sliced our bag. I'm just going to make sure everybody go back over to the layers. We're going to get rid, do not move anything. And here's why. We want to make sure. Am I home alone? Merry Christmas. You plan on coming in here and get me or something? Why you ask me if I'm home alone? Y'all know I'm paranoid, right? All right, so we're going to go to the denim layer first. Did I slice out my bag? Hold on, let me check something quick fast. Okay, I did. I know I'm not crazy. Remember I said make sure your denim layer covers your bag because then you could cut it off? That's what we did here. So I'm going to go back, but I swore I covered that layer. I did. So how did it move? All right, let's detach. The layers are together. Well, how did it move? I don't even know, child. Here. Oh, girl, you're scaring me. I have a stalker who pops up once a year. No, I'm actually here with Tyler. My sons are with my sisters actually. My sister is upset that I'm not at her house right now, but I have this live, so I'm gonna go. This is Cricut Design Space. It's the software that you use with your Cricut machine. Okay, so now we have our 2 layers. Our denim is not cutting off our bag. Right here. You're going to select slice. Oh, it jumped on its own. Cricut, what the fuck y'all doing? What's got going on today? If you're new here, just a FYI, I curse a lot. So if that bothers you, just find you a nice peaceful crafter to help you out. I do curse. Every now and then I tell my sisters I'm gonna stop cursing. I probably won't. So it's just a fair warning to anybody who don't like cursing. So this layer here, we're going to get rid of that. You just delete it. Remember what I said? Don't move anything. But like she said just now, Cricut is glitching because look. How did our lines move away? Let me just move the denim. Look at the lines. They're moved away from the actual design. It's not supposed to be that way. I'm going to go to the top and arrange this to the back and try my best. You see, I can't even see the lines. I'm going to try my best to line up the lines. Cricut, you're playing games with me today. We're not going to use it, but I just wanted y'all to see. Usually, if Cricut is not glitching, the lines will not move. It will be exactly where you need it once you don't move it. You're going to highlight your new print and cut bag with your score lines that we didn't change to score. So let's go back over to the panel. And the lines you're going to change right here. These are the lines. Those are the score lines. And that two little slashes, those are actually cut. Highlight everything and then hit attach. Right? But let me show you the pattern fill way. And if you do the pattern fill way, I'm not going to lie to you, it would be a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about, oh, I can't make it, I can't budget, I can't mess up the lines. And I'll explain to you how. So you're going to go back to upload, right? On the left, right here, upload. Now you see right here, it automatically is on upload image. Right next to it, right here, this is your pattern fill option. So you're going to select pattern fill right here. You're going to select upload pattern, browse, select the pattern that you want. I want to select this one, the denim. So it automatically brings you here. So this is different. We're uploading patterns now. You cannot upload like a picture of yourself. It has to be a pattern. So this is a denim pattern. If you ever looking for digital paper, you can go on Etsy or go on Creative Fabric or something like that and type in digital paper and it'll have a whole bunch there. So I would look up like mermaid digital paper, denim digital paper. You could red, glitter, all that kind of stuff, right? So right here, this is where you're going to name the file. We're going to name it denim and then upload. There's no changes to be made. It just uploads. I'm going to go back to pattern again. I want to upload another type of pattern so I could show y'all two different ones. I'm going to, let me go to my digital paper. What do I have? 80s pattern. Let's do this one. So this is like a 80s roller skate theme kind of pattern. And I'm just going to leave that name. It says 80s pattern, so that's fine. And I'm going to select upload, and then that's it. So when we go back to our canvas, right? I'm just going to cancel out of here. You see you don't see the patterns? It does not come on the canvas. It automatically uploads to where our pattern option is, okay? Now, in order for you to switch patterns, your project has to be on print and cut. So right here, we have this one as a print and cut, and the other one we did earlier, that's our cut file, right? Now, right where it says print and cut up here, y'all see where I'm showing you? Everybody see where I'm pointing to? I want to make sure we're all on the same page. You guys see where I'm pointing to where print and cut option is up here? IG, you guys see? IG, y'all not talking to me too much. YouTube? TikTok? Y'all see where I'm pointing to, right? Is only one person to see where I'm pointing? What? Y'all sleeping? Y'all drunk on the eggnog? What's going on? All right, we got a few yeses going on. IG don't want to talk to me today. We got one. Jewel Freeman, thank you. All right, we have some of us are awake today. So right here where it says print and cut, don't be scared. Comment, talk to me. I like to talk. I like to speak. I like to answer your questions. If you're confused, tell me you're confused. We're going to go over whatever it is you're confused about. This is the time to get your questions answered. Don't be scared. I'm not going to bite. I only bite the ones who want me to bite them. Okay? Now, right here where it says print and cut, there's a little question mark right next to it. And that's usually where you see the color option of your cut files. So because it's print and cut, it doesn't have a color to whatever you're going to print. Now that little question mark, you're going to select that question mark, right? Now we see the drop down. It says print type. Right now it's on multiple. You're going to hit that arrow and select pattern. Does everybody understand where we find our patterns? Next to print and cut, there will be a little question mark. Now, right here are all the most recent. As you save them, they save to the top. Y'all see the denim right here that we just did? And then the 80s pattern that we just did? Excuse me. Let me drink some water. Okay. Now, if you scroll down past that, these right here, these are what Cricut have available. Speak slower. I'll try, my love. Okay, so these patterns right here, the patterns down at the bottom, Cricut has those patterns available to us. I'm going to scroll up to the top. Who's that? Sweetie? Sweetie, anytime you hear me say something and you don't really understand, just let me know in the comments if I need to go over it for you if you don't understand. So these are the most recent patterns, right? This is the box we're working with. Pay attention to that box as I select the patterns. You love working with this? With Cricut? So let's select our denim pattern first. You're welcome. This is the denim pattern that I uploaded. Let's select that. So you see the pattern? Child, why is Cricut playing with us today? Let me try another pattern. I mean, it's correct, but I want to show you guys how to edit the pattern. I think, hold on. Yeah, I'll just hold it. Let me detach this option and see if that's why. Okay, so we're gonna detach and see if that's why. I think, okay, I could go back in. All right, I'm gonna select my denim. I'm going back in. Okay, now right down here at the bottom of those squares, it says edit pattern. And then you get this option here. So let's say you wanted to increase the design, the pattern, like you want to like blow it up, you could say basically. There's a sliding scale right here. You're going to slide it higher and it will zoom into the pattern. Y'all see it zooming in? And then you can zoom out of the pattern also. So you select how you want it to look, right? So for our denim, we would leave it like right here where you kind of see the denim, not too big. That's too small, you know, wherever you want it to be. You can also flip the pattern and you can change it around. You can scale, all that stuff. I'm going to come out of it because I want y'all to see another pattern. Let's go to pattern again. Oh, no, not delete. Oh, no. So this is the pattern and you'll see it better with this pattern. Cricut, stop playing. I got to keep going in and coming back out. So I'm going to hit edit pattern. All right, so look at the pattern again. I'm going to zoom in and zoom out so you can see the pattern. So if you wanted to like get the pattern closer up on your box, you can zoom in and that's how it'll look on the box. Or you can zoom back out. So when you're slicing your pattern, you don't have this option. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's easier with this. And also with this option, you don't have to worry about moving those score lines. You're not touching them. And that would be it for this, right? I'm just going to highlight this again. Let me find those. It's not even showing me the colors, Joe. Let me move this to the back. It is in the back. All right, you're just going to make sure on the right side, like we did before, that our layers, we have our score line. So we're just gonna change that to score. You're not going to see it. It's very hard to see those score lines, but just remember they're there. You're going to see it on the other panel. We're going to highlight everything. Go to the right side on the bottom and make sure we attach. So now this is going to print out on paper. We're going to send it to our printer. Then we would go to the Cricut after it prints, put that print on the mat, and then feed it into the Cricut. And that's how this is going to look with the pattern. Right? Now, I wanted to show you guys another option. Let me just use this one as my example. I just need the box again. Now, let's say you wanted to do something where you kind of create things on this image. We're going to go to that step. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to ungroup. We're going to go at the top here. Right now, it's set as a cut. This is a cut file. I'm going to go change the color. You can change the color when you have a cut file. Now, when you select the drop down, there are colors available here. If you want to go in, you can go to advanced and move those colors around and select what you need. If you have that hex code for the color that you use, let's say you have your brand colors, you have the code for it, just type it in at the bottom here and it'll go. What are we going to use? Valentine's Day is the next holiday, right? Let's find some colors. Some pink, right? So we're going to make this pink. So let's say you uploaded, I'm going to go, so right here, I clicked on upload. Now right here is all the things that I uploaded. Remember I told you I'll name it what you want so you can search. You can select view all. Click on my uploads, and this is everything I've ever uploaded into Cricut Design Space. Everything over the 11 years, right? So I'm going to grab myself in this example because, you know, who better to use than me? Add to the canvas. We're going to go back to the canvas, cancel, and the picture is here. So let's say we wanted to create a custom box. You have an image you want to use. Let's set her up where somewhere nice where she look a little decent. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Hello, girlfriend. Well, hello, motherfucker. All right, we put her there on the box. If we go into, let's say, images and grab some, let's grab some random shit. Let's see, some hearts. This is cute. Look at this. A little swirl going on. The only thing is this one color. You would have to keep it. I might keep it black because it's going with my black top. But you can, again, go in. If it's a cut file, you can change those colors. We're going to keep it black for now. I'm just doing random. I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're doing whatever right now, okay? I'm going to arrange it behind me. I arrange it to the back instead of backward. Hold on, I'm just going to keep bringing it forward where it's not in the front of me, but directly behind me, right? Let's see what else we have here. Let's see if we can find something a little more colorful. Here we go, some colorful ones. With this is a cut file, so you can go in and change like the different color of each one. We don't got time for that. We're trying to get these things done, right? Sweetie, you understanding me? I just want to make sure where my girl at. I know she's not good with English. I want to make sure she's up to date where we are. Forgot the name of the account. Maria, thank you so much. Yes, and another thing is if you know another crafter who needs help with Cricut Design Space or just paper crafting or using their Cricut, make sure to send this live to them. I would, especially TikTok, I would be really appreciative if you guys could share this live with someone because that also helps for my lives to be seen. Even if you share it with somebody who you know don't even go on TikTok too often, TikTok just sees it as a share. It doesn't matter who you share it with. Let me just double check to make sure I got any questions. Yes, you can edit the pattern. That's so helpful, right? Okay, so let's say we designed it. I'm not going to go too much into design, and we leave that here. So what you have to do here... If you want, I'm going to duplicate this so we can do one printed outside. You can flatten this onto the box, right? So you're going to have to go to your layers panel. You're going, if you highlight all of this, you cannot flatten because you have your score lines on top. You can flatten all images onto everything except for the score lines, okay? So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna see if Cricut is gonna let me just turn off the score lines. On the layers panel, there's a little eye next to each layer. You can click that eye and delete it, like, not delete it, but for it not to be seen, right? So I'm gonna do that for those layers. Let's see if I can flatten all. You're gonna highlight everything and select flatten. Now, why the fuck you gonna send it to the original color? I tell you I want that. What the hell is wrong with Design Space today? All right, so Design Space seems to be acting up today. So now that we highlight and flatten and Design Space is acting like an ass, I guess it's Christmas and they're on vacation over there. I don't know what is happening. The color automatically changed back to the yellow. We're gonna leave it for now, right? So now when you go back to the layers panel, we're just going to open that bad boy back up on the top. So I'm going to hit arrange. I'm just going to move it to the back so we can see. So the score lines are there, right? So this is going to be one. Oh, shucks. Hold on. Highlight all of it before we move. You see why we put everything together? Because I moved that and then the bag moved from the stuff. Highlight everything and we click attach. We got to attach our score lines. So this is going to be one full print. That bag right there, whatever you designed on it, one full print. This one here, that extra one, I kept because I also want to show you if you don't want it on the bag, you can kind of layer stuff on top here separately. So I'm just going to line it up with my bag. Just because I want it all together, I'm going to highlight and group it, right? So there, we have our design, fully designed that we had to flatten. We have our design here that we did a pattern fill. We're going to do a full print and cut. And then this one here is just going to be a cut file. Okay? Cut file. Thank you. Now this right here is a little plain to me. So let's see if we can maybe put something here to dress it up a little bit. This is going to bore me, just a bag. You know what I'm saying? So no, let's just do a number. Something real simple. So let's go to text. We're going to type in the number 5. I'm not even going to change the font. We don't care what it really looks like. I just want to layer something on top. You're going to make sure your size is where it fits just on the front. We're going to leave it black. I'm going to go and put an offset on there, right? So when you go to the top left, you're going to see, remember that little pencil, that little marker? Right here where you can edit. Select that. And then right here is your offset option. You're going to select offset. Yeah, I know Cricut acting up today, so it's not even showing us all damn. Let's see. There we go. And you see the size of the offset? It's kind of big around the number 5. I'm just going to bring it in a little bit. A little bit more. I want mine a little closer. Okay. Let's go apply. We're going to change that to pink. Do I got pink? I'm changing to pink. Do you have pink, girl? Excuse me. Probably doing the glitter pink. I'm going to highlight it again. Add another offset. And I'm changing that one to green. We're going to highlight all of it. We're going to group it together. Right? Now we're just going to make sure it fits. Oy, oy, oy. My eyes are watering. And that's it. So we're going to do a layered number 5 on our printed. We're going to save our project. Save. Now that we are here, we designed a cut bag, we designed a pattern fill bag, and we designed a print that we created, print and cut image bag. Before we go on to cutting, printing, and sizing, is there any questions going forward? Any questions going forward? Thank you guys to anyone sending a gift. Don't forget to like the live as well. And you just tap the screen and that's how you can like the live. So any questions going forward? We're good? Everybody's okay? Y'all understand the pattern, Phil? Excuse me. It looked like everybody's good. Nobody's confused at this point. If you're just coming in, excuse me, today is day 25 of my Livemas. I went live every day for the month of December up to today, which is Christmas Day, as you know, teaching you a new craft project. All of these lives are saved on YouTube. And I think about 21 got saved on IG. IG was acting up and saving some of the live. Do I use any tools to fold and score? Yes. So I'm going to go over that again once we finish sizing on the different tools you're going to use to score and the machines that you can use them on. Okay? So the lives are saved. And if you're new to finding my account, my name is Chandel. I'm the creator of the CraftPrint. I have a YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, everything you could friggin' think of, all right? A blog, everything. I even have craft supplies available for sale. I'll show you guys that once we're finished here. So go ahead and hit the like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do have goals I'm trying to hit on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube before the year's over. I have 1 week. Even if I don't get there, if you know me, y'all know I'm going to still keep going no matter what, whether I hit those goals or not, whether people show up or not, or whether people care or not. I'm going to keep pushing with my content. So let's get back to today. That's enough of my spiel. Y'all know who I am. I'm your favorite crafter. Also, to anybody just coming in, this is not a very well-behaved crafting account. I curse, I act a fool. We have fun, but you learn. And I will encourage you as well. But I just like to warn people because there are some people who don't like people who curse. Now, let's get back to our projects, right? Did we group this together? We did not. So the number 5 and the bag, I'm just going to highlight all of them together and group them. Now, at this point, we need to know what size we want to do this. So when you're trying to figure out sizing, you need to know the materials you have available because that's really what you need to know. So with Cricut, if you have the regular mat, your 12 by 12, you're limited to like a 9.5 cut. Like if you have your 8.5 by 11 printing paper. If you have like a larger paper, they have 11 by 17 pieces of cards. No, 12 by 24 cardstock, and they have like large paper for that. You're just going to size these to the paper that you own. If you have a venture, you can print bigger, but you need a large printer and large paper to print. The Cricut Venture, you can actually print out 24 by 28 inches, okay? Thank you so much, sweetie. So, if you're confused on how to decide, you're going to bring in a square. What you're going to do, just change this square to the paper that you have available. Let's say you're using the basic, which most of us have available. It's going to be the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, right? Change that square to your 8.5 by 11. Now this represents what you have available. If you have the 28 inches, do the same. Now, sometimes Cricut will have limitations, so your print probably will not be that exact 11 inches. But when you size this, on the right side panel, it'll show you a little warning like it's too big or too small, or you'll need a bigger size material. Now, this one, remember, this is the one we are cutting. We are not doing print and cut for this. Everything on this one is cut. So just size it to the size paper that you have available. I'm going to use metallic on this. So we're going to, remember what I told y'all the other day about Cricut kind of reading a 1/2 inch in. So my metallic cardstock is 12 inches. We're going to change, the longest part of this is, as you can see, the width. You're going to change the width to 11.5 inches. So this is our size. Let me arrange to the front to show you. This is the size that's going to fit on our 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Sometimes you send it and Cricut will kind of read that as 12 by 24. If anything, we'll come in and we'll edit some. So let's put this to the side. Right here, also too, I do have large paper. I want to see what time we end this live. If I have enough time at the end, I'll come back and we'll cut this on the Venture and make it big. Let me do this one. So now my printer paper that I'm using today is the 8.5 by 11. So we're gonna size this to fit. Now, if you size it to the width, you have a limitation. You can just turn it and size it a little bigger to get some more out of it. You want it larger than this, you need larger paper, a larger mat to do it on. And you need a printer that can do it. Now, you see the size that I put it? Remember I told you Cricut on the layers panel. I'm just gonna move you guys over here. I want to move the computer closer. The last time we did that, I plugged the shit out and then that was it for us. So I'm gonna pull y'all back. Each platform, I am live on 3 platforms and I do have y'all on different stands. So it takes some time. So bear with me. And just make sure. Don't plug it out, right? Just gonna move it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, I want y'all to see the little, it's really small. So I'm just gonna move y'all closer to this side. One at a time. There we go. So y'all see that little red dot right here on that panel? I'm going to bring the print and cut closer here so you see what we're talking about. I'm going to move the others so that you don't get confused. So we're talking about this layer. We sized it to that 8.5 by 11 paper that we have available. And then we got this little red notification right here. You can click on those notifications. It says image is too large for 8.5 by 11 letter paper. We have detached the max size for this shape to 7.7 by 9.83 inches. So what they're saying is when you're printing on the 8.5 by 11 paper, their print limitations is 7.17 by 9.83. That's what Cricut is telling us. You have the option to auto resize your image or change your paper size. So if you selected change paper size, you can go, it brings you your load. So this is our default load type right here. So what they're saying is we would change this to our bigger paper, 11 by 17, the 12 by 24 mat, Cricut Explore 4, right? If you were using the Venture, you would go to Cricut Venture, and you see it have larger sizes, right? I'm going to go back to the Maker 4, 12 by 12, 8.5 by 11, and click OK. I'm just going to bring it in, keep bringing it. Oh, why are you not grouped? Y'all a little retarded. Okay, there we go. We'll bring it in a little. Let me see something. I think the default still changed. What's the number? I have 9.3. I'm just bringing it a little small. I'm not using my bigger machines. I'm going to keep it to the 8.5 by 11. We're going to do the cut on the bigger machine because I don't have a printer that can cut 28 inches, much less paper that can cut 28 inches. Now for this one, no, not our cut one. This one, it would be the same issue. Sizing. We got to make sure it fits, right? We're just going to make this one about 7 inches, right? So those are our 3 bags. We have this one with the number 5. We have the flattened one that'll print separate. And then we have a little bit bigger, just our cut bag, correct? Does everybody understand those? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close. We have 3 bags. that we designed. If you came in late, you can watch this live saved on YouTube. So we have those 3. We're going to go back in again. And before we send anything anywhere, we're going to save our changes. Okay? Now, I'm going to leave this because I want to go to a new page, because today's live was meant to be the wine bottle gift tag. I'm just going to bring it in. I'm going to go to upload. You're going to go to upload image. You're going to go to browse, and you're going to find that file. This is one of my files, and I will just put up the website for you guys in a moment, right? So you see right here, when you bring in an SVG, there's not much work you need to do. This is everything we're going to use. These are the cut lines. These are the score lines. That is for our acetate sheet. This little piece right here is the window that's going to go in there. We're going to hit continue. It brings you here where you can just name it and then select upload. Because remember, SVG files, you don't have to do all of that work. Okay? I'm just going to minimize this a little bit. I'm going to ungroup. We're just going to go to the layers panel. Remember the lines? They're separated in the layers panel. Right now, they're on basic cut. Thank you, Brianne. I'm going to pin that. Thank you. So that's where you'll be able to find this file, my other templates, the glitter metallic cardstock and acetate sheets. I will show you guys what it looked like for anyone that's new. It's available, the craftprintshop.com. Right? Again, we're going to go up to the top where it says basic cut. And we're going to change that to score. Hit the drop down, score. You're going to highlight everything again, and we're going to select attach. That is telling the machine to score these lines on this box. Don't send it to a separate mat. I'm going to highlight this. Did I keep it the same size? I don't even remember, y'all. We make it a little bigger. We're not going to do much to this, right? You can decorate. You can do some prints, print and cut. Let me see if we have something simple. We ain't going to put Minnie Mouse on a wine bottle. We ain't encouraging the kids to drink now. We need something more mature. Not the shandy. Get the shandy ass. Maybe this little New York. My little New York bag. I'm just trying to find something quick so we're not sitting here long. We already did enough. We spent a lot of time designing, which designing usually takes the most time. All right, let's say we wanted to put this little bag. Excuse me. Because we're doing like a little New York theme. Excuse me. I'm sorry. YouTube, I almost knocked y'all ass over. All right, I'm going to go back to upload because I did have some other... Where's my Metro card? I don't know. I have my little Metro card. Let's take a notebook and we'll just do the shandy. All right, so I'm just finding random images because I just thought of something. I think I'm going to glue this down and then tuck it in the bag. So now sometimes you upload an image. You see how big this damn competition notebook is? This is 44 inches. Why is it that long? Only God knows. I'm just going to change it to 3 inches. And we're going to size it real small. It's going to be a tiny print and cut because I just want it in the bag. And my favorite drink of all time. That's going to be small too, but we don't care. And we're putting it in the bag, right? And that's it. We're going to save this one as anything. Now, this file is already done. We're going to cut it on a regular bag. And this is what you would put when you have a wine bottle. Let's say you want to take it as a guest and you wanted to give a treat. So this is a little box you can hang on the wine bottle and add stuff inside. I'm just doing a random New York theme for us to do this one. I'm going to duplicate this because I like to print extra just in case something happens, right? And save. Okay, so now we're going to get to work. This was today's. The other stuff that we did was the continuation from yesterday, since we didn't get to do yesterday's product, okay? How did you get the Shandy bottle? Google. Just go on Google. Just go to Google. I typed in Shandy, and then I went to images and find the image. Any image I want, I go to Google, find the image. Again, yes, just gifted. I just put in 20 there. I put 20 on the website of the acetate sheets. 20 packs. Go to Google and find the image. Just remember, you cannot sell the images. You know, people own this. You're not supposed to sell it. Do people still sell it? Yes. I'm not telling you to sell it, because when you're in prison, you cannot call me to bail you out. And I will not sneak anybody craft supplies in prison. Got it? Good. So we have our project saved. To save time, I'm going to use more than one machine. Okay? When you want to use more than one machine, I will show you how you do that if you have more than one Cricut. Today we are going to use, I'll probably use 4, just so we can get this done quick. We'll see. Excuse me. So we have this one right here. This is Design Space. I just printed it out. I minimized it. And then you're going to go over. I'm using a Mac. So for me, it's at the top left. Right? Right over here. You see it says Cricut Design Space. And next to that, it says File. You're going to select File. The only option that shows up is New Window. You're going to select New Window. And this is a new Cricut Design Space that opened up. I'm going to minimize it so that I could put it here. Let me just reorganize you guys so that you can see the full screen as I open up more than one. So the same process. We're going to move it. Cricut, don't start today. We at the end and you're acting like a fool. We're going to move it over. We're going to go back to File. We're going to click on New, and then you open Design Space again. So what you're going to do for every machine that you want to use, you're going to open Cricut Design Space. I want to use 4 machines today. You're going to open Design Space 4 times, and then each machine is going to be sent to another. Each Design Space, you're going to send it to another machine. So the first one that we were doing right here, I'm just going to go right at the top. They have the little machines here. We're going to select Maker 4. And then I'm going to move it to the side. This one right here, I'm going to select the Maker 3 and move it to the side. This one right here, I'm going to select the Explore 4. Where are we at, Explore? It's selected already. I'm going to open a new one, and then I'll select the Explore 3. Now, if you feel like you will get confused on which project to feed, I'm going to just, hold on, let's just open up. We select the Explore 3. You can just keep coming back and click on that Design Space and see what project you're supposed to be sending to which machine, okay? So if it confuses you, just come back, click on Cricut Design Space, then double check which machine you're feeding which piece of paper, okay? That's it. So I like to, just so that I don't have too much headache, I like to organize my machines the way I have them on the shelf. So the Maker 4 is on this side, the Explore 4 is right across from it. Then right above them are the other 2. So I line up my design spaces like that. So also too, when I look over, I don't even have to touch it. I'm going to know by the way that they're organized which machine is going to which. Okay? So the Maker 4 is selected. I'm going to go into the canvas. So we have this project in the Maker 4. I'm going to leave this project here. Go to the Maker 3. I'm going to click on My Stuff. When you select My Stuff, it'll take you to the projects you just saved. Y'all see the New York one? And then we have the other one here. We're going to go into the other one. We're going to select customize. And then we're going to choose which project we want to do on this machine. We will do, let's do this one. So you're going to get rid of the other ones for now and leave this one here. Now on the Explore 4, I'm going to go to my stuff. I'm going to go back to the same exact project. We're just going to select a different one to send to the machine. We're going to get rid of those. We're going to send this one to that machine. This one here is the Explore 3. Again, go to My Stuff, find the project, click on Customize, get rid of all of the other ones, and keep the one that we said we're going to just cut. That's going to be on that machine. Okay? I'm going to turn on the machines, and then I'm going to show you guys how to set up your print and cut. We're going to put it to print, and then I'm going to flip you guys around, and we're going to get to work. So I'm just turning the machines on. Okay? Now, this one has a print and cut. We're going to hit make. I'm going to open it up all the way. Okay. Now let me just organize each stand so that everybody can see what I'm telling you to do. Okay. Before we go into our print and cut settings, is there anyone who is confused? Do you have any questions about using multiple machines at the same time? We're also going to go into the attachments we're going to use for the score lines. Everybody's good? Sweetie, you okay? Everybody's okay? It looks like we have no complaints, no questions. Thank you guys for who sent anything. Don't forget to like and share the live. All right, my YouTube babies, y'all are good. IG, I know y'all don't talk to me, but it's okay. Okay, all right. So now, let me see. Is it still reading? Okay. So I think I set the default to the 12 by 20 format, but we're going to leave it. I don't care about the default right now. I'm going to show you on the other end, on the left side, over here. So your print and cut is the first mat. Right here where it says material size, you can hit the drop down and we can change it to 8.5 by 11 paper. Right? So y'all see the size change? So now it's where we need it to be because we're using 8.5 by 11. Right here, we're going to click on those other layers and change the mat to 12 by 12 for each color. I have to fix my default back. When I was showing y'all those differences, I think I set my default. All right. So this is 12 by 12. But here's the thing. Sometimes you might have a 8.5 by 11 size cardstock. You do not have to change the size to 8.5 by 11 unless you want to. As y'all can see, you see how small this 5 is? You just have to lay your paper there. But if you want to make sure you're placing your cuts in the right place, go to the drop down again. You can scroll up to the top. They even have 4 by 6 paper here because that cut is so small, they know that it could fit on there. So let's choose 8.5 by 11 paper and look at the mat. It will organize it so you know where to place your 8.5 by 11 paper on your 12 by 12 cardstock. Okay? So now let's get into our print. So we're going to go back to that print layer, which is the first layer. You're going to select continue. Right? This is where you go once you select continue. Right here, it says send to print. You're going to select send to print, and then this is the option that pops up. Everybody see that option that pops up? I need class participation. Can everybody see that option? IG, y'all can see? YouTube, you can see? TikTok? Thank you, Inez, because IG, you know, y'all don't be talking to me. YouTube, okay. All right, we got a little bit of participation today. Come now, Jewel Freeman. This is what I like to see. All right, so once you get here, this is just Cricut explaining to you about the sensor marks. When your design prints, there will be these little sensor marks on the corner of your design, and this is where they explain that to you. You're going to select next. Now, right here, this is the important part. There are people who will get here and they will hit print, and that's it. That's not what we do. At the bottom, there's a little toggle right here. It says use system dialog. You want to turn that on. Okay? When you do print and cut, select use system dialog. All right? Then you're going to select print. Make sure you hit that before you print. Now, you see the option that pops up here? This will give you the option for your paper type. If you have more than one printer, this is going to give you the option to select the printer you want to send it to. This is also going to give you the option to select the tray that you're sending to your machine, because some printers have more than one tray. Right? So right up top here, where it says print, these are the 3 printers that I have. Today I'm using my Epson EcoTank 16600. You're selecting the Choose System dialog because it's going to bring up these options. So these options will allow you to choose your printer. It'll allow you to choose your tray. It allows you to also choose your paper type. So sometimes people print and they say they print don't come out right. It's runny, it's not dry. Usually it's because you chose the wrong option. So you have to choose whether it's matte paper, is it glossy paper, are you printing on heavy cardstock, stuff like that. So with the system dialog, that brings up the options for you to choose the type of paper that you're using, right? And this will give you a better quality print if your settings match your materials that you're printing on. Now, I also want to mention, excuse me, hold on. If you do this, right, and this option does not pop up, that means you do not have Cricut Design Space open to the maximum size. So remember when I minimized the screen just so I could fit all 4 design spaces for me to see? Those are your minimized screens, right? Hold on. Okay. So Cricut, whenever you leave, I've noticed recently, I think with the updates, whenever you open up that system dialog, you leave it too long, you don't do anything, it gives you that print error. I'm just going to close it out and quit. Open a new one. So I'm going to show you what happens when your Cricut Design Space is minimized and you choose those print options. I'm going to try it. When I'm on live and I talk too long, my throat starts getting dry. So if I'm not drinking water often, I will start literally choking and my throat feels like it's sandpaper. All right, so let me go to projects. We're going to go back to that same project and I'll show you. So right now, I don't have the screen open to the fullest. Y'all see that, right? It's minimized. We're going to choose the project. Let me choose the, I'm sending this to the Explore 4. So when you hit make it, let me just choose our size. I gotta fix my defaults because it's gonna aggravate me every time I'm ready to do a project. All right, so we're going to continue, send to print, next, open that system dialog and you select print. Now, when your look today, pop up today, it's trying to make me look stupid. Usually when your thing is minimized, this screen will pop up behind and you would just have to move your design space to find it. Today it decided to make me look like a fool and pop up in the front. But anybody who uses Cricut knows that that shit pop up in the back. So maybe they fixed it, maybe they didn't. All right. So let's get back to your print settings. You're going to select the printer you're using. Today I'm using the Epson EcoTank 16600. I'm going to go to media and quality, right? Now this is where it gives me the options. It says feed from, it says media type, and then quality, right? So you're going to select feed from. With my printer, there's a rear tray in the back. That's where I put my thick paper, like my heavy cardstock, my glossy cardstock. Those are not like, copy paper weight. They're thicker. They have to go in the back. They cannot go in the front of the printer. So right here, I choose rear tray. Now, depending on your printer, that's the options that come up. So the options for Epson EcoTank, that's what pops up. If you have a different type of printer, you'll see whatever options are available for your specific printer, right? So I have an Epson EcoTank 2800. That's what I use for sublimation. So when I choose that printer, it doesn't come up with the option for a rear tray or front tray because it only has one tray. So the option is not even there. So it depends on your printer. And then here is the most important part, your media type. So right here for my printer, these are the options. It depends on your printer, what options you will have. So, oh fuck. Come on, Cricut. You can't wait like 10 minutes for me to talk? Anyway, I will curse Cricut 10 million times if I have to, but I'm just trying to get the work done. And if I leave that screen open, it keeps giving me an error as if, I don't know, I forgot. Who knows? But I'm trying to teach. But just go back to the project. I think Cricut is telling me to shut my mouth, you know? So we're going to select make. I'm going to move quick. When I send that cut, before I end up cursing all night long. Because we still have to print all of our images and cut everything, okay? So we'll go back to the print, continue, send to print, next, use system dialog, very important. Select print. Today it's popping up in the front. I chose my printer. Go to media and quality. I'm sending it to the rear tray. Now here's the options. I'm gonna read it off quick, fast for my printer. Envelope, high quality plain paper, photo, photo glossy paper, photo high gloss paper, photo matte paper, photo semi-gloss, recycled, plain paper, coated paper, color paper, heavyweight paper, letterhead, and pre-printed paper. I'm choosing photo glossy paper and the quality is best, right? Then I'm going to select print. And we're done. Connect to my machine. All right. Now, with that being said, we finally send it to the printer. I am going to move you guys over to the printer while I send all of these other ones as well. Oh, here's a good example. Y'all see over here, I forgot to attach this to the mat, to the box, right? So when you do not attach your score lines, Cricut will send your cut to one mat and then your score lines to a separate mat. You see that? So you go back in. We're just going to ungroup this so we can move the Telfar logo. Highlight all of it. Select attach. And now look when I send it. There's only one mat with the cut and the score line on there, right? We're going to continue. Now why? Okay, let me show you another option, right? Right here. You see the little me right here and then the box. So Cricut is sending them to cut on two different papers. I feel like this can fit on the other paper. So I'm going to try it out. You're going to hit those 3 circles next to your image. Cricut gives you the option to either move the object or hide it. Hide it is like deleting it. You don't want to print it. We're going to select moved object. Select that first mat. Hold on, IG out, can't see. Select the first mat right here. It's asking you which mat you want it to print on. Select confirm and it brings it over here. Cricut will just dash it on there. You got to move it around so it could fit. So look at that. It does fit. So instead of wasting 2 sheets of paper to print this separate, I just moved it onto this sheet so they can print together. We're going to hit continue. And again, same thing with our settings. If you just came in, I already went through this and we can't stay too long. We've been here. I'm using photo glossy paper. The machine that I'm using, the printer that I'm using is the Epson EcoTank 16600. Wait, what machine was this? The Maker 3. All right. Yeah, okay, correct one. Continue. And this was our other box. We're going to print again. So what did we send? 3 print sheets, right? So this is going to be the 3rd one. We're going to go over to our handy dandy printer. And then I'm going to flip it. With the desk, and we're going to assemble. Okay, so let me just go over. I'm going to bring y'all to the machine so I could explain to you those scoring materials. Then we'll do print. I'm printing on 8.5 by 11 glossy cardstock. All right, so right here, this is the Cricut Maker 4, right? We are doing fold lines, which are called score lines, right? Right here is your blade. Right here is your scoring stylus. It goes in the 2nd one. Now, this scoring stylus, you can use this with your Cricut Maker and your Explorer, okay? Cricut Maker and Explorer. I'm just going to put it in the Explorers. Now, with the Cricut Maker, the other option is this. Let me just put it in front of each camera one at a time. You have the option for your scoring wheel, okay? You can only use the wheel with the Maker. The scoring wheels... Hold on, I need to move these cameras where I can put my hand where all of y'all could see. There we go. The scoring wheel is part of the quick swap tool system. This is the housing on the top. There's a button up here. Right here. This button is what you press, and then you can remove the attachment. They have different attachments. You just choose your attachment and use it. Today, we're using the single scoring wheel attachment. Now, one of the things that people usually don't like about the Maker and this attachment, the attachment goes into the same part as the blade. So you have to take out your blade. You're going to score your lines. And then when it's finished scoring, you have to come in, take this out, then put the blade in. So it takes some time, especially if you're busy. You have to remember to come back and do this. But if you don't want to use this on the screen, just go to the options and choose the stylus, right? So with the stylus is here, so it's going to score. And as soon as it's done, it's going to automatically go over to the blade and just use it. You don't have to come back and do anything to the machine when you're using the stylus, right? So those are your differences for your scoring. This Maker was available online. I think in stores they didn't have this color, right? I'm going to move y'all one by one over to the printer. One at a time. I need to turn on another light. Okay. Give me a second. I'm moving IG. I think I'm going to bring you a little higher so that you can bend a little. There. Okay. And then now TikTok. Again, I am live on multiple platforms, so I have to move you guys one at a time so you can see. There we go. Okay. So everybody see, this is the Epson EcoTank 16600. The paper that I use, I'm going to bring it to the front of each camera. It's from Pretty Party and Crafty. You see right here, Pretty Party and Crafty. This is the only brand glossy cardstock and sticker paper that I use. Pretty Party and Crafty. Pretty Party and Crafty. So, let me just move this out the way. We're going to feed our paper into the rear feeder. It's just making sure that I'm using the glossy. I hit OK. It'll open up and then it starts printing. I purchased this. I got it like 2 years ago on Amazon. It already went up, child. I think I got it for $9.50 and now it's at like $1K or $1,100 right now. Already gone up. I think once them tariffs went up, everything kind of went up. Right? Okay, so we have that printing. I'm going to feed the next one because we are printing 3 sheets. So now I'm going to organize everyone where you're facing the desk so I can start feeding also the cardstock into the machines. All right, so TikTok, I will move you guys first. Now I will be switching y'all. Y'all won't see my face. I think you need to move a little higher for the desk. Just gonna move y'all up a little. Was this high enough? Bear with me. Let me adjust all of the stands. And we're gonna get to work now. So that's the designing. That is the printing. And now we're gonna work on the cutting and assembly. Right? Okay. I think that height is pretty good. Let me move all of the other cameras, and then I have to just bring the desk around to the front, and we're going to get there, right? So, you know, crafting can take some time, and I think it takes a little bit longer because I am explaining. So don't think, if you're new to crafting, to Cricuts, don't think that every time you come in here, you're going to be here for like 10 hours doing a project. No. Because I'm explaining to you guys is why it's taking a little bit longer than usual. Answering questions, moving around. I gotta move the cameras. I'm live on IG. Sorry guys. TikTok and YouTube. And I have y'all all on different devices on different stands. So when I have to flip, I have to come in and flip each device, right? And yes, today's Christmas pajamas are actually Valentine's Day themed. Aren't these cute? So freaking cute. Look at the print. Little cakes and cherries. Anyway. So let's get in line while everything prints. I'm just going to bring my desk. I don't want to hit now, you know? Let's see. I think that I'm just going to adjust everything. Also, too, I left my glasses by Joelle. So, if you have questions, give me some time. Because I'm going to have to get up to look at them. Oh, another thing is, so we sent these to print. I choose poster board for everything. So because I'm cutting on the glossy paper, I'm going to be cutting on regular cardstock. I'm cutting one piece of glitter and I'm cutting metallic. I don't feel like changing settings. I'm lazy like that. Set your settings to what you need it to be. So I usually choose poster board for everything. And then when I cut the acetate sheets, I use matte board. So there's a setting that says matte board, 1.5 mm. That's what I use to cut acetate. For my heavier cardstocks, I use poster board. I'm so glad you learned today. Yes, so I enjoy crafting and I enjoy teaching. I do not have classes. I tried classes. I had subscriptions. I had so many things, but life does not allow me to balance all. I do work full time in health information management. This is not my job. This is just, I wouldn't say it's a hobby. I would say it's a business, right? But it's not my main thing. So I work full time. I do have a family. I have a lot of things going on. Just a lot of shit. So the education that I will be sharing will be either lives or pre-recorded videos on YouTube. So if it's your first time meeting me, my name is Shondell. I'm the creator of the CraftPrint. I do have a YouTube channel with over 200 tutorials teaching you a large variety of projects. To write a book about life, not my life. My life is too crazy. No. I never thought of writing a book though. Also too, so on top of that I have the YouTube, so if you can, head over to YouTube and subscribe. I'm trying to hit the highest goal I can. I got one more week to get all the rest of my goals. And also TikTok. I'm very close to my end goal for TikTok for this next week. But write a book about cricket. Someone told me I should. I would consider it. The setting to cut on acetate sheet is matte board. MATBORAD. What's the best card to use? I always seem to get too thin of a card. It depends on the project you're using. It depends on the project. Do I share my planner ideas? I do, but I don't share it here. So I have a separate account. It's called me.shondellg. me.shondell. G as in girl. So on that account, that's my lifestyle account. For the CraftPrint, I keep it strictly crafting. And then the me Shondell G is lifestyle. So that's where I'm going to do the planner, the journaling, recipes. Not really recipes. I'm just talking shit. But everything in lifestyle, health, working out. I just started Wegovy, so I'm documenting that process because I have a lot of health shit going on. Y'all already know. But the me.shondellg account is where if you want to see my planner content and journaling, all of that stuff, it's on the personal account. This one, I'm trying to keep it strictly crafting. I deleted the YouTube for the me.shondellg. I don't know if I'm bringing it back. I get extremely overwhelmed. My mental and physical health has been at the worst it's ever been in 2025. So my goal is to focus on that before anything else. Because if I'm not sane and healthy, I can't teach y'all shit. I'm going to be in the crazy house with high blood pressure and probably one leg from gout and diabetes. So I got to take care of my mental and physical health so I'm able to still show up and do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that will be documented on that side of town. Me.shondellg. While I'm still just loading and getting things together, if you have questions, let me know. I'm going to get our materials together. Let me just show you. So that was our first box that printed. I'm just going to put it into each camera. Let me print that. This was the second box with the extra piece. Now, if you're not sure how to lay this on your mat, look at the screen. You can look at the mat screen on your screen and it'll show you this is the bottom. And when you are using your Cricut, you're lining it up to the top left. Y'all are in the front camera. So if anybody thinking this bitch gotta be done because that's the right, the camera's flipped. Top left is where you line up your print and cut, okay? I'm not crazy. The cameras flip. Now, people be knowing the camera flip and still talk shit to me. So I just had to make sure I tell you. Don't think this is peaceful and crafting. There be people in here talking shit and acting the fool. And I try my best to stay professional on the craft print. I don't show up as Shondell over here, so I try not to curse people out or say some crazy shit back. I try to stay in educator, business, professional mode on these side of town. But there are some crazy, very entitled people who be wanting to push Shondell out. And for me to tell them, get the fuck off my page, you crazy bitch. Anyway, y'all understand, right? Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go. Good. Now, again, if this is your first time here, yes, I love crafting. I love teaching. But I love myself more than anything. I'm here to be myself. If cursing, craziness, dark jokes, nonsense is not your thing, feel free to unfollow, to jump out of the live, even block my ass if you got to. Because that's how I function. That's how I teach. That's how I roll. That's how it goes over here. I'm going to teach you. You're going to be the best cricket maker this side of fucking town when you watch my shit. Just understand that. You're going to laugh. You're going to have fun. You're going to be entertained. And best of all, I'm going to encourage you to get your ass up and use that machine. Okay? But I'm going to do it my way, which is crazy as fuck. If it's too much for you, feel free to step away. Other than that, you still rocking with me? Let's get this shit done, okay? This is our last page. Thank you. I love you guys too. Let me tell you something. The best thing to do in any situation, be your fucking self. When I've been posting for like 11 years. When I first came on social media, I don't think people were necessarily being themselves, right? People were focused on the aesthetics. And I did the same. It's hard to come in and just pretend like everything is perfect. That shit is stressful. So for anybody now, it's easier to be yourself on social media now too. So anybody else looking to start posting, start growing, start selling, the first self is to be yourself no matter what the fuck that is. Are you batshit crazy? Well, you come on here and you be batshit crazy. Are you very prim and proper? You don't curse? You're a perfectionist. You have OCD, everything. Then be that. But whatever the hell it is that you are, be that. And you're relaxed. Because when it's time to go live, imagine if you got to put on a facade. Now I got to go iron my clothes. Even though you should show up your best you. Don't come on here like a crackhead like I be doing sometimes. I be looking homeless. Like today, the face is all shiny. I ain't even fixed my hair and I'm just here teaching. Don't always do that. I'm going to get better with that part. But to have to keep putting on a big show and pretend, you're going to be drained when it's time to show up. So just be yourself. You understand? That's the first step. Whatever it is y'all want to do. I am using glossy cardstock from prettypartyandcrafty.com. Pretty Party and Crafty. This is glossy cardstock. This is the only brand that I use cardstock when it comes to my print and cut. I also use her sticker paper. We're not using sticker paper today. We are not using sticker paper today, but I do only use her sticker paper. And she's my friend and her quality is good. Now, she also has bigger paper, 8.5 by 11. I have some of them there. I'll show you guys later. Now, we are making for the Telfar bag, we're doing the metallic silver. With these, obviously, these are print and cut, so we're just cutting these boxes just so. For our pink, and what color? We have black, green, and pink, right? And we have our box today. Should we use metallic for the box too? Yes, because it's my brand. I need to start using my shit. That's another thing I don't remember, to promote my damn self when I'm doing these things. So I also have a website where I have glitter metallic cardstock, the acetate sheets that we're using today, the clear paper. That is from my site as well. So you see this cake topper. If you weren't here to make this cake topper, This was another one of our lives, and it's saved as well. I show you how to design everything for this. So you see the little window inside? I'm going to go to each camera to show you. That clear paper that we used, that's your acetate sheet to design the window to put the shaker pieces inside. That's acetate. And that's from there too. The CraftPrint shop.com. Okay, so now with that being said, everything that I'm using today, I am using the poster board setting, except for, let me make sure this has a scoring. Let me see. I gotta get another scoring wheel. I'll use this double one. Except for the acetate sheet. That setting will be the only one that is mat board. I did purchase more than one housing because I have more than one machine. If you have one machine, you need one housing and just get the attachments for the bottom for your scoring wheels. Thank you, sweetie. Also, too, if you have questions, drop them quick, fast while I'm available to look. And I set up these cuts. Wait, y'all can't see my desk. Let me bend y'all down a little. Y'all gonna see some of the desk and some of my big head. Okay, TikTok, let me just bend. All right, everybody can see the desk some? Good. I don't have my glasses, so if you see me squinting and coming close, I'm just trying to read the comments. If I hear y'all talking about me squinting, and be like, yo, you can believe I was on this live with this girl. She was teaching me how to use a Cricut, but that bitch was blind. Isn't that? I'm coming for you. I know your address. Everybody, I know where you live. I'm coming. This one, we're going to line it up here. These are pretty new mats. I ordered some more as well. If your mats are not that sticky, you can use your brayer and press that bad boy down a little bit more. If your mat is like horrible, you could use like some masking tape or really light tape and tape that shit down. Also too, y'all hear it, right? I gotta get more water. These are the registration lines. You see the black little lines? The machine is going to read these lines and basically scans these lines, and once it's done scanning the line, basically that's how they figure out where to cut. So it's going to use those registration marks, scan it, and then cut out our design, okay? Windex, I never use Windex. Like a more of a cleaning material you can clean it with. Also, too, you can use whatever soap liquid you use to wash the dishes to clean it with. I usually don't clean my mats. I just buy new ones. I hate having to clean my mats. Hate it. Also, too, that's why I never have no damn money. So if you decide to follow me and keep buying new mats every time they unstick, which is pretty often, instead of cleaning them, good luck. We're going to be broke together, okay? This one goes into the Maker 3. The Maker 4 is the New York option. I got to get one more mat. Let me go get one. This one. Also, too, if you were not here for the live since the beginning of the month, I will show you guys what we've made so far. For the let me just, oh, I forgot to click remember settings so it doesn't keep asking me what's the settings. This one is going to the Explore 4. What time is it? 7 o'clock. We've been here 2 hours. I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna stay crazy late. But I do work from home, so What happened to the headphones? Why do I put it on the left and not the right? Because Cricut has it lined up on the top left. Left. So you just look at your mat. Also, too, my phone is flipped. So y'all might be seeing the wrong thing. This is my right. This is the left. Top left is where you line it up. Y'all remember what I said? Huh. Multiple windows in order to run multiple machines. So I showed it earlier on the live. You can rewatch the replay on IG or YouTube. You're going to open Cricut Design Space. You're going to minimize your first Cricut Design Space. You're going to go to the top of your screen and look for File. And then it's going to say Open New Window. That'll open a new Cricut Design Space. You'll send that to the second machine. And if you want to use 4 to 8 to 10 machines, you just open up Cricut Design Space 10 times and send each one to a different machine. All your machines can be linked via Bluetooth. I told y'all somebody's gonna bring it up. I told you. Have a great evening. So that's how you will open up multiple. Just link all your machines via Bluetooth. You're going to go to File, Open New, keep opening new Cricut Design Space. With each one that you open, send it to a new machine. I need another mat. So I'm gonna go over there. I'm just gonna press this. You're welcome. Did anybody get a planner for a Cricut for Christmas? All right, so we're gonna have all of those cutting. Just turning out this way. One more mat. One more mat. I want some menthol, Virginia menthol. So this is one of the metallic cardstock from my site. You got the Venture. Yes, come on. You got the Cricut Maker. Let me tell y'all something right now. This week, from now to the 1st, I won't be live. Today's the last live in the series. This week I won't be live, but every day I will be reposting all of the different videos I created to teach y'all how to use Cricut Design Space, okay? So by the time I come back for next live, all of y'all who told me it's your first time, you're new, you got a machine for Christmas today, y'all should know some of these features in Design Space because I'm going to be posting it. Also, you can look at the top of my account. I have a playlist that they're already all there, teaching you all of the features in Cricut Design Space because that's what you have to learn. The machines is literally feeding it in, okay? This is about 100, a little under 100. I have to go double check the website. So everybody, you see this one is done score. This one is done scoring. I left the scoring wheel. So the machine is telling me that I have the wrong attachment in there when it's trying to cut. Same for this one. I left the scoring wheels in there to show it to y'all, but this is the print and cut, so it's trying to do the print and cut. Oh shit. You know what I did? We have to do this one over. I lined it up to the top left, but I put the design upside down. I was yapping so much. This one is supposed to be here. So I'm going to send this to print again. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all when I peel it off. Let me just send another one quick fast. So the whole time I'm telling y'all, look at the screen to make sure you put it the right way. My design was actually flipped. So I'm just going to reprint that so we can do that. What's done? This one. Our images for our wine box is complete. So we have our little New York bag printed. I'm using an Epson EcoTank 16600 right now. Image. I have my little shandy printed. And the little notebook. So this is just a little, if you were here earlier, we just quickly needed to design something for the wine bottle box tag. So I just choose these because I recently uploaded these. I use it for a journal setup for one of my junk journals. This one is done. This mat's sticky. So we printed the first box. And the extra image, I just wanted to show if you wanted to put images on top, that's for that one. So that first box is done. The one right under it, we need to cut our acetate sheet. Remember the acetate, we're changing the settings to matte board. Matte board. With the acetate sheet, you will see that it looks a little cloudy. The reason why it looks cloudy is because there are protective paper on the front and the back. That's to avoid your prints, any oils on your fingers. So you want to make sure you do not take this off until after you cut out your piece on your acetate. Do not peel it off. So we're going to lay it down. Print and cut. What's the issue with print and cut? If I missed any question, just drop them again. I am working, so I have to keep looking at the sheet coming back. All right, so the last time I placed it on the. Hold on, I need to back up a little bit for YouTube. I placed it this way. That's what I did last time. It belongs this way. So make sure you look on the screen to make sure it's facing the right way. This is the... Any questions while we cut? Oh, let me just double check on my YouTube peeps. Did I get the Ninja Slushie? I did. So, I want to talk to y'all. Where are my people from yesterday? See, I be knowing who be coming back and be talking to me. That's why I love y'all. I got the Ninja Slushie. And I got my... This is the microphone that I wanted. DJI came out with a new dual microphone. So this and the DJI is the only thing that was on my Christmas list, right? But y'all know I'm greedy. So I wanted more. So he was like, I got you exactly what you wanted. Like, why But I also feel like you spoiled me and then look at me crazy when I act spoiled. So I got a talking to today. Like, if you want more, ask for more. But anyway, so I got what I wanted. My son in the Air Force sent me I asked him for a Glamaholics bag because he asked me what I wanted. I wanted a Glamaholics bag, and he bought me a mini Coach Brooklyn bag and a purse charm. Share how to use the pen on the black box so we can customize. I don't use the pen on the Cricut, but if you want to use the pen on the Cricut, you can type in the words, and then at the top where you have the print and cut option, you have to change it to like writing, and that's all you have to do. And then put the pen in the second hole. I never use the pen. I don't like the way it writes. I prefer to type in my words, flatten it so it prints on the box. No, he got exactly what I asked for. That was it. But I said I'm gonna behave because he was like, you gotta stop acting like that because I'm giving you what you want. Like, at the point, do you want me to give you nothing? You be by yourself. You give me nothing. But anyway, just in case, because he be watching me on YouTube. I love you, baby, and I'm so grateful. Thank you for giving me what I put on my list. Just in case I don't get shit for my birthday when it come around. So yeah. I'm gonna probably record the unboxing of the microphone. I'm excited for this because whenever I go somewhere, I like to like talk to people and I have the other mic for them. I ain't trying to get myself in trouble, y'all. I'll be talking shit sometimes, but Joel is the one person, like, he'll give me what I want, but it's like, you're gonna, act right. All right, so this one, we're gonna do our box. So what color box do y'all think we should do with the New York theme? Should we do a metallic? Should we do a regular cardstock? It's not, yeah, I don't like the way it writes. I do not like the way it writes. I like to flatten my words. I hate the way it writes. I do plan on buying some Cricut markers or pens just so that I can show it in a video because you're not the first person that asked me. But this is the bag that I asked for, the Glamaholics Pebble Leather. Love it. And my baby decided he's gonna buy his mama another one, so he got me the smaller. This is the Brooklyn Coach bag and a little S keychain. I was talking to him for a while today. This one's gonna cut because he was telling me the weather is not that bad, and I'm like, how much? It was like 20 or something like that. Like, that's cold. My baby's in the cold. But anyway. So we're just going to peel this off. This is our metallic. Remember we found this box in Cricut Design Space. And yesterday someone told me, it kind of looks like a Telfar bag. Let's make it a Telfar bag. So that's what we decided to do. So we're, oh shit, you see I talk too much. I gotta shut my mouth. I ripped it. Now I want to redo it. We're gonna leave it because I ripped it. Anyway, that's the metallic bag. The Telfar logo. I'm just gonna put it right there. We have a few more cuts and then we're going to assemble. Crayola markers. Someone said Crayola markers. I hate writing. I hate it. Today we're working on little mini gift boxes. We did 3 different type of designs. I'm trying to think. Metallic? What kind of metallic? What color metallic? Maybe the holographic metallic? Holographic? We'll do the holographic. We'll use the holographic. And now this one. that's done, I am going to focus on this last, I think it's two or three layers, right? So I'm not gonna look up too much for questions. When I'm done, I'll look up for questions. Let me get these done so we can start assembling. Black. It's gonna be quick. Because it's just that the number 5 that we did that needs to go in. After the black is the green and then the pink. I think I'm gonna do green blue. You know what? Maybe we keep it metallic since we're already using all metallic today. We'll use metallic. I also have glitter cardstock. But today we'll just use metallic. It's doing the score lines. Once it's done, it's going to let me know, and then I'm going to switch it to the blade. No glue gun today. I said I was going to use glitter. Oh, no, what? You know what? I might. I just realized the numbers. Yes, glue gun. The boxes. Oh shit! I took off the back. Lord. It's probably on the floor somewhere. Let's hope this thing stays. I don't know where I put the cover. It's probably on the floor. But it's holding. The battery's holding without the cover, child. Alright, so we're going to switch over our scoring wheel for our blade so we can do the cutting and put the green. After that and this, one more, and then we're done and we can start the assembly process. So while we're cutting, let's start on this one. So we have this one. Joel remind him of mommy. He does so fucking much. It's not crazy. All right, so we put the score lines on here. Where score lines is basically showing you where you need to fold. So we're gonna fold it where it says. Now in this one, it's probably hard to see, but you see the little triangular fold there. Y'all see it, right? The triangular fold inside. So we're going to try to fold that little piece in the bag. And then the bottom and all the edges. So you're just basically folding everywhere that it told us to score. I'm actually going to use glitter on that last piece. The glitter is also my brand as well. That is our last layer. All right, back to the box here. So this little fold, I'm going to use double-sided tape. How do I know where to fold? Those are the score lines that we created. Not we created, that were in the design. So it's scored, and that's where you fold. We're going to use some double-sided tape. Lay it on that little area. Let me just check YouTube. So for the Telfar, I went on Google. I searched up Telfar logo PNG. I found it. I bought it into Design Space and just removed the background. Again, you can't sell it because we don't own the rights to Telfar. But if you're making it for yourself, a family member, you're good. All right, so I put the double-sided tape here. Double-sided tape, and you just line it up with the edge here. Try to line it up as perfect as possible, and I just press it to flatten it. The double-sided tape, I think it's a Chinese brand. I buy it off of Amazon. I do have a link where I have all of the products that I use on Amazon in my bio, and you can see all the products that I use. So whenever I have these tabs, I like to put tape on it, right? And then so when you close the bag up, you can stick it to the wall so it stays still. Right, so then when you put this in, go in from the inside and just press it against the wall so that it doesn't move, right? So that's the first little bag with your little printed design. We just did something really quick when we were in Design Space. Now remember when I printed the extra image, I just wanted to show you, like, you can choose to, hold on, let me just turn YouTube a little this way. Okay, now everybody see the same thing. So I did this so that you can see like what it would look like if you flattened it or you separated it and then just glued it on. Like you can do that too, because you can do that with some dimension. So you can use the adhesive foam squares on these and have them stick out just a little bit with some dimension. Or when you have it flattened here, you still put this one here with the dimension, and so that the image is on the back as well, right? So those are our options. Let me just get some, it's not the right color, it's yellow. This is also my brand. The CraftPrint shop.com. I'm just going to layer it exactly with the print and cut one that we had, just to give it a little dimension. So it looks a little 3D on your box. So that's box number 1. See the dimension? See the dimension? Box number 1. Box number 2. Box number 2 is the same box. Because of this color, up close, I can see those fold lines. I think it'll be hard. Well, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it in there. See when I turn, you see where the fold lines are? So we're just going to fold on those lines. Now it's the same thing. Also, you don't have to use double-sided tape. I just decided to use that today. You can use your hot glue or whatever you choose, you know. I would suggest either double-sided tape or hot glue because they're the quickest. You don't want anything too sticky where you gotta sit here and spend time holding it down until it dries. Again, put it on this piece. Tuck it in, and I just put my hand inside to press it down. Oh, I pressed it down before it's still standing. We're good. All right, so we did our layered number 5. This is the Ryobi glue pen. You can find this also Amazon, and you can find this in Home Depot. The Ryobi pen does have a fine tip, so this is meant for smaller projects. So just glue the black onto the red glitter, and instead of gluing this flat, I think I'm gonna give it some dimension. I'm gonna give it a little dimension. So I'm just gonna cut the foam squares so that they're a little bit skinnier because this is a little slim 5. Anytime you're using adhesive foam squares, make sure it is in the back. You are not seeing it from the front. So we have the adhesive foam square to give it a little dimension on the number 5. We layered this. We just gave it 2 offsets. Again, the live will be saved. I am going to add another set of the adhesive foam squares to the number 5 so that when I put it on the box itself, I'm not gluing it flat. Now that is just preference. You can glue them flat. It's all about what you prefer. What would you like to see? How do you like your designs to look? You're not sure? Play around with them. This is the box, the number 5. Again, we put another layer of adhesive foam squares, and I'm just going to lay it in the center and press it down. This is how the box is going to look. You see the little dimensions? That's how it turned out. That's box number 2. Box number 3. Same style box, we just did it a little bit bigger. And I ripped this one, not paying attention, right? So we're gonna fold our fold lines. I'm gonna use double-sided tape again. Line it up as best as we can, and press it down. Again, put the double-sided tape, thank you, on the tab. You're gonna tuck it in. I keep pressing down before I tuck it all the way in, but it still stands. And then you do not want to use hot glue on metallic when it's on the top. So you see the metallic is on the back. If we use hot glue, it's okay. You will see burn marks through hot glue. This one, it's on the front. Like we're keeping this on the front here, right? So do not use hot glue. So I'm going to use the double-sided tape. It's a little bit wider than the design. I'm only going to put it on one piece just for now. You're going to just tuck in that tape so you don't see it. Tuck it into it itself. I don't want to see the tape. I just want to see the E. And I will just lay it right in the front. Not bad. This came out cute. Thank you to the person who suggested we try this out yesterday. You can also make it a little larger, that E, if you wanted to. So we randomly just found this box in Design Space. And yesterday somebody suggested we try to make it look like a little Telfar, because it look a little Telfar-ish. So that's where we came up with this design. So this is the 3 boxes that we made. 3 different types of ways. Right? And then we have, let me hold it together. Then we have the wine box I'm going to assemble as the last one. So these are the 3 little boxes. All the same file. This was found in Cricut Design Space. And we did 3 different ways. This is all cut. This is print and cut with some layers. This is print and cut, and we used the pattern fill option for this one. And we did a multi-layer number 5 on the front. All different types, right? No, I think this, so the design, I designed it live. The file for the box, I think it's not free. I believe it was part of the subscription. Well, I didn't even fold this part. So the bag has a fold so they can go in. That little V fold that it has there, it allows it to be like bent in this way. Just want to show y'all that, okay? You're welcome. I want y'all to try it out. If you try any of these projects or anything you learned this month, tag me in it. All right, so the wine tag, right? So this is, you ever seen those gift boxes that go on the wine bottle, on the neck of the wine bottle? That's what this is. This file is not in Design Space. It's actually my file. You can find it at the craftprintshop.com. Yeah. So we're going to, again, fold where our score lines are. I can save the file for you guys. I just can't save any of these projects, Joe. This was uploaded. My picture was uploaded. This was uploaded. I'll go in and save. I'll put some text over the file or something like that so I can save it for you guys. Just to make the file easy for you to find in Design Space. All right, so with this one, before we close it up, right? You're welcome. We need to put our window on there. So remember we cut our acetate sheet? That's gonna go here. We're creating a window. You're going to remove your protective film off of both sides. You're gonna nick the corner, peel it off. Again, this is also my brand, the CraftPrintShop.com. You can find the acetate sheets. You see how clear it is now? So it's a clear window. You can use the double-sided tape anytime you're using acetate. So we use acetate for this. This is one of the projects we did this month on live. We used the acetate to create the windows for the shakers. See the little window? And we also use the acetate to make this clear box, right? So you see it's a clear beach themed. So these are some of the projects you can use to make acetate, and anytime you're creating a window. So you're going to take your double-sided tape and lay it down around the window piece, and then we're going to press the acetate down. Besides double-sided tape, when you're using acetate sheets, you do not want to use hot glue. Okay? You can use this glue. It is a tacky glue, but it works really good with acetate sheets, but it will take some time to dry because it is a tacky glue. It's the Beacon 3-in-1 glue. This right now is dried up because I left it open, so remember to close out your stuff. So I'm going to lay it down. Then we're going to take that clear window. Merry Christmas! Just going to press down, not the parts where you see the window, because you don't want your fingerprints, but where the tape is. So this is how it looks from the back. You see the tape, and then the acetate sheet is there. So now we have our window for our box. We're going to put some double-sided tape on the tab. We're going to line it up. Best as you can, line it up, and then press it down together. The same way on the bottom, we put that piece on there, do the same thing. Just so that when you close it up, you have that security, you know? Put my hand inside and press it down, right? So you see already the shape that it makes. The top piece, you don't have to do that because you're going to put like 4 Ferrero Rocher or some kind of cute candies or chocolates, or you can create like a mini charcuterie spread in here and then hang it onto the wine bottle. So you see? Okay. So look. So this is how it's going to look. I ain't got no wine today, but let's use a water bottle. For instance, you know the tall top? You're going to hook it on there, and then it's going to hang on that wine bottle. Not my water bottle, but you get it, right? And then you can go in and decorate however you want, right? So we did if you're late, we decorated 4 boxes. So we did a New York theme for this one. Instead of gluing it completely down, what I'm going to do is put it around the sides and the bottom, so that when I stick it on, I kind of create an opening on the top to actually make it a bag, right? So these are different ways for you to kind of make your product stand out, make it look, you know, a little better than the rest. Now, so sometimes there'll be a product and somebody will think everybody's making that, everybody's selling that. Okay, so let's say 100 people are making these wine bottles, right? How would you do it? You can still do it. You ain't gotta stop. Think about if you needed an outfit today to go to dinner. You only got one option to shop for that outfit, or you have a million clothing stores and you go choose what's your style. Same thing with this, right? No, this is on my website, thecraftprintshop.com. Let me just make sure I don't have any YouTube. I gotta check on my babies. Y'all alright over there, YouTube? IG, y'all okay? Y'all always quiet. Alright, I'm going to do one piece across the bottom. So you can have these. These will be really good. Christmas is done. We already know. What's next? Valentine's Day. On top of Valentine's Day, there's Galentine's Day. These are really popular with Galentine's Day. Really popular. All right, so look at y'all see the tape? You can see it? Along the edge. You see the tape along the edge? Let me try to get as close as I can into each camera, because I want to create a little opening to make it an actual bag. So I'm going to lay it right here. Right? And then my little, you see my shandy? I could stick it in the shopping bag and have it like sticking out. You see that? My little notebook. Let's tuck it in the bag. See? So now they're like tucked in the bag. And it's cute. You want to cut layered names. The same way we cut the number 5 layered, you could put that over here. There's so many different ways for you to dress things up and make your product stand out. So these already, we use this because I recently uploaded them because I use them in my traveling journal spread, because I did a New York page since it's going out to others. So I decided to use it again, and look at that. So you have your wine bottle box with the interactive pieces. So you could even offer, or if you made it for a friend, a few different pieces and let them choose how they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So imagine you have this and just a little shopping bag, and then you have different cutout options, and people could choose which one they want to stuff in their little bag. Just different things to make your product stand out. Let me get some more water. Hold on. So, that was 2 hours. I started a little late. So 2 hours and 40 minutes. We've been on here. If you're just coming in, this will be live, saved live on IG and YOUTUBE. No, the notebook and the bottle are not taped in. They're just tucked in. They're just tucked in the bag. Thank you. I was gonna ask that. Like, how do you guys feel about this series for the month of December? Like, was it helpful? Did you enjoy it? For those who are just finding me, I had a series that I created here. So Vlogmas, usually vloggers will do Vlogmas where they vlog every day for the month of December up until Christmas. I decided instead of vlogging, I was doing Livemas. So I decided to go live every day teaching you guys a new craft project. Today was the last day, the end, and we did the wine bottle tags. This was yesterday's project, but Design Space was acting up. So I made sure to do it today. You guys enjoyed it? You learned a lot? I'm glad. That was the point, to help people out, while also for me, it's helping people out and also like growing my platform and things like that. With that being said, I just want to make sure you guys go to my other platforms and come over and follow and subscribe, right? Because for me, I have some goals. So we did the wine bottle label. You can cut this on whatever cardstock you want. Colors, metallic. If you do glitter, you can't do score lines on glitter. You would have to probably, you know what you could use for the glitter? The perforate attachment where it's little dotted lines. Maybe I'll try that for another thing, right? Thank you. I'm glad you're here. And then we also did 3 other style boxes today as well. So this was just all cut. This was our print and cut with one layer. This was our print and cut using the pattern fill and layered numbers on top. So all of those we went over today. Before I go, I'm just going to show you some of the things that we did also that you guys can look back and watch. Thank you. They're all saved, guys. Also, too, on top of that, I do have, if you're really brand spanking new to Cricut Design Space, the first thing I want to tell y'all is, especially those you got your machine a while ago. I know there's some people who today's Christmas and you got your machine. Take it out. Don't be intimidated. It ain't gonna do shit to you. It ain't gonna bite you. And 9 times out of 10, if it bites you, some of y'all probably would have liked that shit. Take it out the box. Plug it in. With Cricut, it's not hard to start it up. It's a very user-friendly brand, right? The thing that you need to learn is the software. You need to learn the software. The machines are easy. Y'all see what I was doing? You feed your material in there and press go. 9 times out of 10, that is it for the machine. What you need to learn is the software. So Cricut Design Space is the software that you have to use in order to design for your machines, right? It is the most user-friendly brand. The other brands are really good, but they're not necessarily beginner-friendly, but you still can learn. Cricut is the most beginner-friendly, easiest one. You have to learn Cricut Design Space. When you go in there, it can be overwhelming because there are a lot of commands and things like that in there that you need to learn. I created a playlist to make it real easy. I broke it down by each, not command, function, each function. I made a video of each function so that you don't have to like look through a 2-hour video and it take long. So you want to learn print and cut. You want to learn how to slice. What does slice mean? What does attach mean? What does weld mean? I broke it down into those, each video, right? You can find that playlist at the top of my list on Instagram. On the top of my account, you're going to see a playlist. Also on TikTok, there's a playlist there too. They're both called Mastering Cricut Design Space. You can go and look at that, right? On YouTube, not on YouTube. YouTube didn't let me upload some because they were longer than 3 minutes, so they couldn't be shorts. So I couldn't even create the playlist there. On IG and TikTok, you're going to see those playlists at the top of my page. I also have a playlist that's called Quick Swap Tools. Those are the tools that you can use on the Maker, but you cannot use on the Explorer. So if you're trying to figure out what is the biggest difference between the models, it would be the Quick Swap Tools. So look at that too. Those are the only 2 playlists I have on IG and on TikTok, okay? Now YouTube, I have over 200 tutorials teaching cake toppers, banners, cupcake toppers, centerpieces, t-shirts. I've done tumblers. I have a lot of tutorials over on YouTube and more will be to come. I'm actually live on YouTube. Those are my babies over there. IG and TikTok right now. I'm live on all 3 platforms. Right? So make sure you go over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. I promise you, it's not hard. And my videos, I walk through every detail with you. I even show you where it is on screen when I'm recording the videos. And then I go through the steps and then I show you how to assemble. Just be prepared to scroll back because there's a lot of videos on my YouTube account, right? So I'm the CraftPrint under all platforms. No matter where you go, it's the CraftPrint. I also have a WEBSITE. I have to spell certain things out because TikTok will just complain when you try to direct people off of the site, which is understandable because it's a business, right? So my WEBSITE is where I sell the metallic and glitter cardstock that you see I used here and the acetate sheets. The acetate sheets are the clear sheet. This is one of the lives that we did, so you can go back and watch the saved live. I show you how to make this multi-layered double shaker cake topper. So this is another one of the lives that we did, this cake topper. We also did, I showed you how to make this clear multi-layered gable box. And in the lives, I do the same thing. I walk you guys through Cricut Design Space and show you the cutting and the assembling. We did a regular multi-layered cake topper. And these are the Cricut crafts. I did just a few others that aren't Cricut crafts. But I know for now, most people are here talking about the different Cricut. We did also multi-layer cupcake toppers. I do have two or one. This is a print and cut cupcake top. That's just one image, but we did multiple images. We also did, this is a multi-layered paper ornament. So we made the paper ornament, and in the back you see the acetate sheet with the hole so you can hang it like on your tree. We did the Barbie box, treat box. This is a chapstick box, a custom chapstick box. This file was actually in Design Space as well. This one is mine that you can purchase. This is a table number. You see the end here? It stands up on its own. Let me see if I could. There's a lot of shit on the desk. So the table numbers when you have an event, and I showed you how to customize them to match your theme. And then we did the paper Birkins. We did the large one and the mini one. So the large one we cut using the Venture. The mini one we cut using the Maker. So all of these were the classes that I did live on IG, TikTok, and YouTube. If you want to look back at any of them, and there are some others, they're saved on IG, mainly YouTube. YouTube, all of them have saved. On trainer boxes, I don't know what a trainer box is. Can the first Cricut do the cupcake toppers? The first Cricut, you mean an Explorer? If yes, it can. Oh, you can do that on the Explorer, the Maker. You can do it on the second Joy. The only one you can't do the print and cut is the first Joy. All right, I think I got YouTube. You guys have any questions? IG don't have any. The wristband? No. I talked about it. I only got, he said I got exactly what I asked for, and basically I need to stop being a spoiled brat. I should have asked for more if I wanted more, child. That mofo put me in my place. My sister said, good for you. Stop being an ungrateful dog. Okay, so it seems like I got all of the questions. Again, the glitter metallic acetate sheets. Also, the adhesive foam squares that we use for layers you can find at the craftprintshop.com. I also have SVG files, like the file to make this and the file to make this one on the website. Also, too, if you're interested in making like custom party treat templates, I have those on the site too. With my templates, they come with the link to Canva for you to design, and then a link to the video where I show you how to design in Canva, how to print, and how to assemble each of those treats. The craftprintshop.com. I think that is all, guys. The series is over. I had a good time. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. It is 7:57. 3 minutes, and I'll take any more questions. Get a pen. I'm gonna go to it now. It is hashtag M as in Mary 506 24730. So in Cricut Design Space, every file or image, there is a number that you can just search when you go to images or projects. The file for this box, the ID number is, you have to put in the hashtag when you search. Hashtag M as in Mary 506 24730. 730. That's the file. I don't see a name. And also too, when you find files, you can save them, like add them to your collections that I showed you guys how to do collections. You can save them there too. Thanks for writing it in there for them. Thank you. Any more questions, guys, before we go? We have 2 more minutes. You're welcome. I'm glad that I can be of some help to you guys. Just remember too, when you guys find me, you guys are finding me 11 years into my Cricut journey. So I got my first Cricut 11 years ago. I bought it on a payment plan from the Home Shopping Network. I was broke as a fucking joke, child. Barely could afford that machine, but I wanted that shit. And I just started. My projects looked like shit. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I was trying, I was researching, I was learning, and I kept going. And then I came on social media and I just started posting and just keep posting. There's times when nobody shows up to my live, nobody pays attention, nobody wanted to listen, nobody wanted to learn from me, but I kept going because I actually enjoy this, right? And now you're seeing me, this is 11 years in. So if you're starting out, stop comparing yourself. Because guess what? At 11 years in, I'm still learning. Those are my brand as well, from the craftprintshop.com, the metallic. So Cricut has lots of updates. Thank you. Lots of changes. So it's a continual learning process. Stop looking around. That's one of the biggest things we do that stresses us out, and we compare and we feel like we're not doing enough, because I do the same. Stop looking. Put your blinders on. Focus on you, your machine, and your crafts. That's it. If you're not looking at people's shit, you have nothing to compare yourself to. And believe you me, I end up doing it too. How to set up your printer with Cricut. Once your printer is on, there's no setup. Just your printer is there. You should be able to, especially if it's a Bluetooth printer, like it's just there. There's no like setup with the printer. But if you want to go to any of my unboxing videos, you'll see the setup for the machine. Do you pay a monthly fee for Cricut? Only if you choose to. So all the machines are good for beginners, honestly. Let me tell you, there's no real difference. There's some attachments for the Cricut Maker that's different from the Explorer, and that's if you want to use those. All of them are user-friendly. It's the software that you guys have to learn. So Cricut Design Space, there is a monthly fee if you want to pay it. If not, just don't use what's there. So you can still design in there for free, but you would have to like bring in your images and stuff like that. So look around for the paid products and see if you would actually use them before you decide to pay for the subscription. Are those my machines? Every last one. I have 11 Cricuts, I have 3 Joys, and I have a Cricut Venture. I also have 2 Silhouettes and a Cameo. A Cameo, I'm looking around for my phone, I'm on it. Hold on 1 second, guys. That's my child, hold on. Oh, they're planning a family cruise. Child. They're planning a family cruise. So if you're looking for help with the silhouette, look up Andrina's Creations. She is on all social media platforms. She has an amazing YouTube channel. She has way more videos than I do, but she is the GOAT when it comes to silhouette. Black Adhesive Square, they're sold out. I don't know about restocking because of the tariffs. The cost is very high, so I'm not sure what direction I'm even going. So right now, it's just what I have available on the website. I'm just going to tilt y'all up a little bit and sit down. Give me a second. Let's see what this child wants from me. If you have children, it never ends. I have adult children. It's always something. All right, let me just roll my table out the way. I just have to move my cameras down. Okay, there we go. How often do you print and cut? Every day. Have to calibrate. For my machine, I don't have to calibrate that often, but I find that different people have different experiences with the machines, honestly. Some of these machines I've never calibrated. Sometimes once a year, once every 2 years. Not often I don't have to calibrate. But I find that people have different experience. Which one do I prefer? I love all, but if I had to choose, it would be the Maker 4 because it's the most recent. I love when it comes to technology or anything, I want the most recent of whatever's available. So that's why I choose it. But I also love the Venture, but I don't use it that often because I don't do big projects that much. But I also love the Venture. Dahlia, let's go. Start using it. Do I have any tutorials on the Venture? I do. I definitely do on YouTube. The initial calibration, I didn't have to calibrate when I started the machine. It just started working. But if you want help with how to calibrate, I do have a tutorial on YouTube for that. You do have to scroll a lot because I have a lot of videos, but I do have a calibration tutorial. I might do updated ones for 2026. Do I enjoy doing this? Absolutely. I wouldn't be here teaching for free if I didn't, honestly. For me, I enjoy it. It's very stressful. I would have gave up on it a long time ago if I didn't enjoy it. I think crafting is not as stressful as dealing with people. It's way more stressful. Thank you. Yeah, Andrina is really helpful. I'm not sure if she's still going live though, because she used to go live a lot and answer questions as well. Thank you. I'm going to save IG. If you're on IG, I'm going to stay on TikTok just for a little bit more to answer questions. So just run over there. I'm going to end this because it needs to save, and I want to make sure that it saves. So everybody on Instagram that joined me, thank you. I appreciate it. I will not be live for like another week. Maybe for the new year I'll hop back on, but I will be posting content to help you guys with Cricut Design Space. So look out for that as well. I'm going to make sure I save on IG. Same for YouTube. Oh, it's not going to save. All right, okay, there we go. Share. I'll do the thumbnails. If I don't get to do thumbnails tonight, I'll get them tomorrow. YouTube, thank you so much for joining and participating, guys. I will see you guys around. There will be content, even though I won't be going live on my crafting account. I will be going live on my lifestyle